Hello, whoever is here. Hello. If you're lurking in the bushes. Spongy, I'll give you that link in a minute. What are you doing, Niblet? Hey, Shannon. It's going to be pretty heavy. I don't know if we'll get, I don't know how many people will join. I'm not sure. And I know I look horrible because I am still struggling. If I'm like this Monday, I'm going to go to urgent care. Because I know I look like, oh. Hey, Janet. I know I look like crap. Hey, Teresa B. Y'all know I forgot to do my countdown. Just so we could get other people because and I know I'm terrible. I just said, I was just telling Shannon, if this keeps on, I'll go to urgent care Monday and see if they can give me a shot or something. The breathing's gotten a little bit better. I got to send Spongy the link. Spongy, I'm going to send you the link. That's not the right thing. So I'm hoping to do like Minty Cactus invited me to come on her channel here soon to have a chat about the going ons that's happening. And I'm really excited to do that. And I told her that I really would love to. Am I lagging? Hello there. I don't know how to say your screen name. Diskincy. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Hey, Missy. Spongy, here's the link. Click it. It's nice to meet you here on here. Excuse me. Am I lagging? I can feel like I'm lagging. It looks like when I move, it looks like it's okay. Let me add Spongy. Spongy, why is it just Niblet's face?
I don't know because I want it to be.
I think you can keep your mic on off mute. Go ahead and say something.
Hello?
And y'all can hear me okay too. I think with my new computer, it's going to be fine. All right,
I'm
Spongy, do you
still.
want to start it off? I did fix a toddy, y'all. Y'all told me. Who was it? It was Okies telling me to do a toddy. But I did it iced, so I'm seeing if it's going to help, break some of this up some more.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, Missy. Hi, Teresa B.
I've been living, y'all. We've gone through I don't know how many bottles of Dayquil that we've
Uh,
gone through.
I think
Two
we've gone
bottles of
through two
Dayquil.
bottles, half of two bottles.
Well, we've gone through 4 bottles of Dayquil, haven't we?
Um, I think
And
it's
I
like the.
think that I've torn tissue in my rib area.
You're lagging a little
Okay,
bit.
starting to sound funny. Am I lagging now?
Not now, but you were earlier.
Well, you're not wanting to put your face on the screen, Spongy?
My face doesn't look good.
Well, mine doesn't either. I'm sick, so, what can I say? I appreciate everybody joining.
My camera's blurry.
Gaskincy 35 is new, y'all. It's my first time meeting them. It's nice to meet them. I hope you're a good person and, you know, we're a good community. But I forgot to do my countdown, y'all. So I really need to see if we can get a few more people in. I think y'all know what it's about by the thumbnail that I put up there, right? There's a lot of things that are really weighing on me. And it's just first starters. Okay, I did. For starters, I do want to say this. All right, it's here, has a strong faith in God, and when you walk that walk, or you try to walk that walk and live that life like you should, you're supposed to be accepting of all people. That doesn't mean that you bring all people into your circle, but you do have compassion, empathy, all of that for all people. Otherwise, you can't have a closeness with Christ. There's no way that you possibly can.
It's lagging.
Is it lagging real bad?
I can't even see you moving.
What am I doing?
You're sitting there with your lips poked out.
Y'all can't see me? Can y'all see me now?
Hey, Grandma Teresa.
Can y'all see me now?
Hi, Janet. Oh, maybe my computer froze. I don't know.
I think it's maybe your computer bugger. Y'all, am I frozen? Spongy says I'm frozen.
I'm frozen. I can't do nothing. What's
So
going
you
on
can
with
see
my
me
computer?
move, Janet? All right, y'all can see me moving and everything. I know I sound horrible. But I got my toddy like some of y'all told me to do, and it's not a hot tea toddy though, it's a cold one. I guess cold would be just as good. I really didn't want it. Okay, good. I'm not frozen. Going back to what I was saying. All right, one thing that I want to say now. This isn't our women's Bible study. That's not what this is. Oh God, I can't laugh because if I start laughing, I'm going to go into a coughing seizure fit, and I can't. I don't want to do that. I'll have to get up and go into the bathroom. Anyway, it clearly tells us Mark 3, chapter 25, or Mark chapter 3, verse 25. It works better if it's hot. Not hot though.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened?
It says, oops, connection lost, reconnecting.
Oh, you might need to restart your computer, Spongy, and then I'll just send you the link again when you rejoin.
Okay.
All right. All right, so it clearly tells us Mark chapter 3, verse 25, and Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Hey, Jane, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, Coach Juliet. It's nice to see you. It clearly tells us Jesus is warning. Jesus stated every kingdom divided against itself is laid waste, and no city or house divided against itself will stand. So I was looking at all this today because this that has happened in Minnesota is a tragedy. And the country was already divided enough. We've been divided for a long time. And then, I also look at it like this. It's okay to believe a different way from somebody else, but don't be derogatory towards them. Don't overtalk them. and put them down and act like they do. Especially when it comes to family. When it comes to your family, if you have family that has mistreated you because you don't believe the way that they do, they don't like your opinion, and they want to tell you you're stupid and you're ignorant and you don't know what you're talking about and you're in a cult and on and on and on and just scream. And, that's not something at this point in time in my life that I need, especially with the seriousness of this virus I'm trying to recover from, that has really made me sit back and really analyze my life going into 2026. Because y'all, I'm not going to, I can't say when I'm going to leave this world, but I don't want it to be anytime soon. And I want to try to live my life the best I can and be the best person I can. And with saying that, I don't need drama. I don't need people putting me down, calling me names, ridiculing me, screaming at me or my children. All right, Booker, let me send you the link. All right, click that. Click the link, Spongy. What's that? Oh, there you are. All right. Trying to breathe, y'all. I'm trying to breathe. So I just don't need that kind of stuff in my life. And it makes me really sad. It makes me really sad because here I've been for almost a week now. I've been very, I'm not going to lie, I have been extremely ill. I mean, debilitating ill, crippling ill. I couldn't even pick up a broom because I couldn't breathe. I'm just now at the point to where I can walk around a little bit and function and be able to breathe. Not perfectly. Now, definitely not perfectly. But y'all, there's been a lot of praying going on. A lot of praying. I lay in the bed beside a Spongy and pray to God, God, please don't let me stop breathing in my sleep. Please. My family needs me. And it's been rough. Really, really hard. Really hard. And as you know, we're still not over it. No. Hi, Poetic Tears. It's nice to see you here. Hey, Anfield. How are you?
Hello,
good to
Anfield.
See y'all this evening. Next time, Shannon, when I get another toddy, I mean, if it does anything today, if I get one tomorrow, I'll do it warm. Thank you, Grandma Teresa. I really appreciate it. Prayers we sure do need. Our whole country needs prayers right now. People that are sick and suffering need prayers right now. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I want to read this to you all because I was looking into it. The Bible teaches that division brings ruin. Next time I'll have my mic on. A kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. Again, that's Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. Calls for unity, love, kindness, and forgiveness. That is Ephesians chapter 4, verses 31 through 32. Even amid strife, urging believers to be one body in Christ. Corinthians chapter 1, verse 10. Seek God's guidance to overcome conflict, emphasizing that internal spiritual division, light and dark, also leads to collapse. I want to warm it up now, Shannon. But scriptures always tell us to put away strife. If we have feelings of animosity towards another person, we should tuck that away, put it in our pocket, pray for guidance. And it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard. Now, this is leading into what we have going on. Minty Cactus. At Minty Cactus, if you don't, I don't have a way to put her link, but I can put her name. She's
Keep
B.
glitching out.
Why is my keyboard lagging?
It's lagging now.
That's not right. Ignore that one. It's at Minty Cactus. Minty Cactus. She had done a live, I think yesterday it was, and I missed it, but I went back and I watched the replay, and I watched the whole replay, and she was talking about, and she believes in having civil conversations and hearing the other side, doing all of that, listening to the other side. And that's what people are supposed to do. You're supposed to listen to the other side and have a civil conversation. That's what God wants. That's what the scripture tells us. But for hey, Life with Serena, for one reason or another, people just, I don't know what it is. The devil? I don't know what it is. So I want to tell y'all a little bit. This is just really hit home with me because I'm a what's messing up. I'm trying to recover from RSV, Serena. I'm a wife. I'm a mother. I'm a woman. I'm a human being, right? And I always have had a big heart, always have cared about others. And it's been my downfall. If I'm going to be totally honest, it really has been my downfall. Caring about others has been my downfall. My plant thing came on. Hold on. That's our hydroponics that came on, y'all. Because I've always been hurt by family, everything. So this big organized thing with ICE in Minnesota, I've researched an awful lot of it. I still don't know everything. Like I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody knows everything. And it's okay if your opinion differs from mine. I mean, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I can always sit down with somebody and have a civil conversation. When it starts becoming finger pointing, name calling, negatory actions, and all that, I tolerate it. But y'all know now her name was Renee Nicole Good. She was 37 years old. She was an American citizen. No criminal background. Nothing. Somebody today said something to me. I'm not going to say who it was. But it really upset me. They didn't say it face to face. They said it via voice text. That she has had a lesbian lover. So what? So what? That is beside the point. She was a human being. We are not to judge what somebody else is doing in their life or how they are living it.
Amen.
That is not what, Spongy?
I said amen.
That is not our place to do that. That is not our place. There is only one, and that is the Lord Almighty that has that ability to be able to do that. None of us. And I am trying my best to reel that in on me because humans have this innate way of judging others. We do. We really do. We don't even mean to, but we do it. But when you start putting it out there publicly and demeaning somebody and talking about their character like that, just because you don't like that, the fact they're gay, you don't have to look at them. You don't have to talk about it. It's nobody's business what that woman had going on and who she was in love with. That doesn't matter. Also, the last time I checked, yes, it was very rude. The last time I checked, we have freedom of speech in this country until it gets taken away from us. And the path we're going on right now, with less Christianity and more mayhem and more violence and more hate, more bigotry, a totally fascist way of life, it's just going to get worse. Everything's going to just get worse. Thank you, Serena. But her name was Renee Nicole Good. She had relocated to Minnesota because I know a lot of people were talking about, well, she had a license plate that was, some were saying in Colorado. Some were saying there was another state they were saying. I can't remember. But she had relocated there. And she had a good life going, she didn't have to, she wasn't working that day. Some people have said, why wasn't she at work? That's another thing. Judging again. People have different days off. Like not everybody works Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Mm.
Anyway, she lived about, I think they said it was from, and I don't get any of my information from mainstream media ever. I don't get it from any platforms.
Yeah, because
I
they're all
go
lies.
and I really dig in. And I really.
I
What's
said
funny?
because they're all lies. The news and everything. The news, they
Yeah,
all
they
lie.
fabricate.
Like, they're not telling the truth. Yeah.
Right. They fabricate. And they can edit video. A lot of things. They can do what the government can do whatever they want to do. Come on now. Anyway, she was a 37-year-old U.S. citizen. She was a mother of 3, originally from Colorado Springs. She was described by her family and friends as kind, compassionate, and devoted to her children. And that's really got me. That really messed with me. Yeah, there are. And there are too many stories because people aren't telling the truth. They're just putting what out there. They get a little bit of information and they put it out there and then it's fabricated. Stretched to God knows what. Anyway, she graduated from college in English and creative writing. Like I'm a creative writer. But my major was in psychology. I was going to be I was going to start off being a psychiatric nurse before I got injured. And then I was going to move on in to be a nurse practitioner and do my creative writing on the side. So there's a lot about her that's connected with me as a woman and a mother. But she graduated in English and creative writing. She won many poetry awards, worked various jobs, and co-hosted a podcast with her late husband. She had moved to Minneapolis with her partner and children shortly before this incident. Now, According to multiple news reports and local accounts, bystanders. Yeah, I can understand that, Serena. I certainly can understand. On the morning of January, very close to me, because they were like, well, dog in the car. She had a dog in the car because her intentions were to have gone back home after dropping her daughter off at school. The school was just right up from where they lived. So she had put the dog in the car because the dog liked car rides, and they were going to go right back home. And then she saw this huge group of people. And come on, y'all know, as human beings, you see a huge mass of people. You're going to be curious, and you're going to go over there. You're going to drive over. You know you would. Don't even lie, y'all. You know you would, because it's human curiosity. What's going on over here? What's happening over here? Some people are trying to say she's what was it they said? Trying to cause some kind of problem. All of that is a lie. This person was telling me she was trained to cause mayhem, to cause trouble. Like she had been, it was almost like they were saying that she had been put into this cult and brainwashed to create mayhem. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't know where their information is coming from. And then I'm told, put down yet again, well, I'm sure I know more than you do because, I know more than you do. Like, you don't do that to people. You don't talk to people like that, especially family. You don't talk to people like that.
Or being told you're in the cult.
I'm just going to say it again. Me going through this terrible illness, and it's bad. I don't know if everybody has had the shortness of breath like I have, but man, I'm going to tell you. Going through this really makes you meditate and think about life. And we're in a new year. We just started a new year 9 days ago. It's only been 9 days into a new year. Does it look like it's going to be a positive new year?
No.
I started my new year off very bumpy, very sick.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel all that positive to me. You can make it positive. You can do things, to make it positive. Remove all the drama out of your life. Take away all the negativity. Even if it hurts, walk away from it. Walk away with a clean slate. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean that you stop loving those people that were in your life. But I know, Serena, me too. We're a mixed race family. I know. But I'm not going to say much publicly on my live about I had intentions of going out of town the end of this month. It's not going to happen now. It's not going to happen. If anybody, I want to say, and I'm going to go back to reading about her in just a minute. And I feel a really bad cough coming on. If anybody can sit back and look at this situation from a moralistic and an ethical, humane point of view, a religious-based point of view, your Christianity, what God would want. If anybody can sit back and look at this and say it's her fault she's dead, or yay, she's dead, cheering because she's dead or she's murdered, There's a 6-year-old child out here that doesn't have a mother now. But that ICE agent that murdered her gets to go home to his family. I don't know if y'all saw the images of the toys and stuff in her glove box that her daughter made for her and she carried with her. The scene looked like something from a horror movie. I don't care what anybody says. She was not trying to run anybody over. She had turned her wheels away from them. She'd asked them repeatedly, nicely, to move. That she was an American citizen. That she just wanted to leave. And they wanted to be bullies. The bystanders that were there all said that she didn't do anything to provoke what happened. That ICE agent, if you really look, he's the one that got in the way of the vehicle. He put his hands on it. He actually went prone on the hood of her car and then shot her. Shot her 3 times. Even law enforcement doesn't handle situations like that, especially if it's a female. No weapons in the vehicle, no criminal history, nothing. And this woman is dead. And people want to create horrible arguments and derogatory scenarios, and just, it's horrible what is happening. And I agree, Teresa B. The best we can all do is stay in the Word of God. Okay, Missy. God bless you too. Now, even the Minneapolis leaders, okay, y'all probably already know this. Well, I didn't finish telling you what I was telling you, what I had read. But on the morning of January 7th, 2026, Good had just dropped her 6-year-old child off at school and was driving with her partner back home when she encountered a group of ICE agents conducting a federal enforcement operation in South Minneapolis. There was a protest across the street, and she had pulled over there. I don't think she ever got out of her vehicle. I haven't read anything because her intention had been to go back home. And she just got caught up in what was happening. She said something to him, just like other people were, She said something. And one of those agents, that happened to be the guy with PTSD, approached her. And I think at that point she got scared and she wanted to leave. I don't think she ever thought anybody was going to come up to her because there were other protesters out there. Thank you, Juliet. But yeah, Minneapolis leaders later said she was not a target of the enforcement action. Some accounts describe her as acting as a legal observer, someone watching and documenting federal agents' actions in the neighborhood, but she was filming them with her phone rather than engaging directly with law enforcement. So she was filming them with her phone. She wasn't going up to them or doing anything. Now that is what the bystanders and the leaders of the community have claimed. She drove towards them and tried to impede their actions, while critics and eyewitnesses dispute that, saying she posed no threat and was attempting to drive away. Shot. Federal officials have alleged she tried to ram agents, resisted orders. What orders? She wasn't even under any kind of detainment. She was an American citizen. What orders?
You can't force a person out of a car. You can't force them to stop driving a car. You can't force them to get out of the car.
But I think we all know that there was a huge immigration thing going on that day in Minneapolis. And there's a big, huge scandal, a welfare scandal on the system going on there, which is why all these ICE agents are there right now. And they're Somalians. I believe they're from Somalia. They scam the system, and so the ICE agents are there to find out who's legal and not legal. Is basically what the operation is going on there. And she just got caught up in it, and it's a really sad thing. It's a really sad.
Oh,
sad My thing is, do you all believe just because you believe differently from somebody else? You put that in the comments. What was it you said about the child care system, Grandma Teresa? Spongy, where are you? You're not on the live anymore.
Oh, I'm there. Hello?
Hello? I can hear you.
I thought something happened to it. No, you guys need to go. You being both bad.
But I just feel like I need to really focus on my mental health in 2026. Really start focusing on my faith in what's going to be good for me and my family. Spongy, look fine.
I can't unpause the video.
Spongy.
Help! What's wrong with my computer?
What?
On my computer.
Spongy, I just got you that computer last year.
It was the year before that.
Oh, you saw the news about the defrauding of the child care system? That's what it was all about. And that's why they were there. But even I had pulled all this up and made notes about all of it on my tablet. But they say even the local officials, including the Minneapolis mayor. Now I am going to say this. Oh, did you, Janet? I can't breathe right now. I need to go do my inhaler. I had to yawn to get a breath. Anyway, the local, like the mayor, where's my notes? The governor of Minnesota, they both condemned the shooting and raised concerns about federal transparency and the handling of the investigation going on there. So what I did in my notes is I did a side-by-side, kind of like summarizing it. So here's the front of it. I gotta get a drink. Get some drink.
Yeah, help me.
Can I help you?
Help.
What is wrong with you, Spongy?
My throat. I can't even talk anymore. Get down, Ollie.
You're talking just fine. Spongy is a big baby, y'all. When she gets sick, she is a big, big baby.
I just want to be cared for.
She wants to be cared for.
Ollie. No.
And that might be true, Jen. That might be true. But we do have a right to protest. And we do have freedom of speech. And she didn't deserve to get shot in the face and neck 3 times. And I'm going to tell you, if y'all guys don't already know this, that ICE agent shouldn't even have been there. 6 months prior, he had been engaged in an operation to where an illegal immigrant, so they say, that's another thing I'm going to touch on here in a minute, but an illegal immigrant was trying to flee the scene that had been detained, and his hand was on the driver door or something. So he was caught on something, and he got drugged and had a lot of damage to his wrist, arm, had to have 33 stitches. So he was traumatized. He had PTSD. All right, this was 6 months ago. He shouldn't even have been there yesterday. He shouldn't even have had a gun. He had PTSD. There's no acknowledgement of if he was cleared to even be out there. If he was right in his head, you know. And then you got J.D. Vance up here talking about, yeah, 6 months ago, this is what happened. You know, you're not helping the situation, dude. You're just concreting the fact that the guy shouldn't have been there. He was troubled in his head. He went through a trauma. He had to have 33 stitches. She did try to leave, Jen. Not all of that is correct. She did try to leave. She told them she wanted to leave. She told them that she was a legal American citizen, that she wanted to leave. This one asshole would not let her leave. Now, some accounts are saying he racially profiled her. And yes, a Supreme Court judge brought back the allowing of racial profiling, which is racist. It is wrong. There should be no racial profiling in this country.
No.
It is wrong. Just like her being a lesbian. That doesn't matter. But why would she have to get out of the vehicle? Like, she wasn't even part of their investigation. Why would she have to get out of her vehicle? Because I'm going to be honest with you. If that would have been me, and I wasn't doing anything wrong, and I was just being a bystander, you know, a protest, and I was filming with my camera, and you come at me and tell me to get out, what the hell for? I'm not doing anything. Now I would like to leave. Get the hell out of my way. Like, get out of my way. I want to leave. I want to go home. So, you're never going to know the full truth. All right? I'm just going to tell you. You're never going to know the full truth. And I am sick of people undermining the loss of life. You know, I'm sick of it. This was a human being. She was a good soul. Again, no criminal record. A mother. She had been a wife. She had a partner. She was a good person in her community. She was a good individual. Just like any of us. Like any of us.
No, it's not, Grandma Teresa.
That's exactly right,
really
Grandma Teresa. This is not a free country. It's not a free country. No, it's not. And I know Jen doesn't agree with the same things I agree with. She doesn't believe the same way I do, which is fine. But that's not really the point. Get the politics out of it. Get it out of here. That dude had no right. His life was not in jeopardy. Now, y'all, there are some people going on about, well, this video shows that she was going to ram him. Her wheels were turned against that man. Her wheels were turned away. He's the one that went prone on the hood of her car. He's the one that had his hands on her car.
Oh.
And the people there, the bystanders, these going against those people, and they're saying that they are liars. Every bystander there is saying that those people murdered that woman. And that's exactly right, Janet. No one deserves to die like that. She was 37 years old, had her whole life still ahead of her, and had her life taken by some dumbass. And y'all, you might not like me after I say this. ICE agents are not legal law enforcement. They're not police officers.
Absolutely
They're
not.
people that Trump has put in there. They're people that aren't even really trained. If you believe that these people have been trained like police officers, you're living in a totally new world. They're not. They did release a cell phone video. So he was walking away. Okay, so did she call her an inappropriate word and shot her? I've heard that. I've heard that he was saying inappropriate words. No, they're not being trained. They're not being trained. Let me say this to you all, okay? For me, I'm trying to breathe. I have been racially persecuted all my life. This goes back to, hold on. This goes back to that Supreme Court judge bringing back in racial profiling. Decade ago. I could be racially profiled and be told I'm a Hispanic immigrant. I'm illegal. I could get pulled over because if they racially profile me, they might think I'm Hispanic just by my facial features. So that's why years ago they took away racial profiling to begin with, because it's biased. It's not right. It's not right. Jen, I'm going to have to disagree. They are not trained like law enforcement. They do not go through rigorous 4 months of boot camp training. They do not.
They're not even
And
officers.
it is a fact that some of the people in ICE are the same people Trump pardoned from storming the Capitol when he did not want to leave office.
They're not. Jenny, they're not.
No, they're not. Some of them are. The majority are not. They do not go through 16 weeks of boot camp training. That's exactly right, Jane. They are recruited and hired without vetting. Just go to the next recruiting event. That's exactly correct. That is exactly how it works. Jen, they do not. No, they don't. I'm telling you, they don't. They don't even work with the FBI. They don't work with the FBI. Let me point something else out. If the FBI was training them, do you think they would be pulling mothers out of the vehicles of their car, out of their cars, by the head of their hair, outside of a school to traumatize little kids for the rest of their lives? Because if that's how the FBI is training them, then we need to get a whole new FBI. And if you think I'm lying, just go look at it. They will sit in school parking lots waiting for mothers to come in, and the mothers are waiting on their kids, and they will yank women out of their cars that they believe are illegal immigrants and take them away, and then the little kid comes out and their mother's not there. You think that's right? Is that okay? These ICE agents are scum, is what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying that. Yes, they fired anyone that had any clout. Yes, they did. Exactly, Janet. That's what I'm saying. I was in the military. They have not had extensive training. They have not, Jen, I was in the military. They have not had extensive training. I'm telling you, they have not. If they had, this that happened yesterday wouldn't have happened. If they had the extensive training you're saying, that would not have happened. That woman would not be dead. An innocent woman. And people can say whatever they want to say. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. We in America have the right to protest peacefully. We have the right of freedom of speech. It is written in the Constitution. We also have the right to bear arms. But I have seen those rights being taken away ever so slowly. And he will, and God will call us to it. And there was a whole group of protesters that she was with there. She happened to see it, and they went over there. Just like anybody would that's curious. And I don't know of any law that says you can't be on the street. None of us are supposed to be in the United States. This is Native American land. What did we do to them?
Yeah.
What
we took
happened?
over their land.
We won't go down that road. All I gotta say is, you know, I did want to bring this up while I was live. If you are a Christian, and now, well, before I go there, I'm going to say this. She was innocent, Jen. And why was she, why did they alienate her? Right, when they told her to leave, she was going to leave. And from my understanding, what I've been reading and researching, I haven't watched all of them, no. In all honesty, I haven't watched all of them. But she said some words that one ICE agent didn't like. And he threw some words back at her. Does that mean she should be shot in the face and the neck and murdered, Jen?
No, should
I mean, is that a grounds to murder somebody? Is it really a grounds to murder somebody? It's not. The worst case scenario for her, the worst case scenario would have been to be arrested. That's the worst thing that should have happened, is her being arrested. Just like in any protest. Not murdered. And I just think it's a god-awful sin. It's just a tragedy. It's a travesty of what has happened. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have to pay that family. They will pay that family. No one deserves to die that way. If you've seen the video of the inside of her car, and what really got me was the glove box with all the kids' stuff in it. And that's what got my older son. And that's what's caused some divisiveness between me and some family members. And I'm just gonna say it, I can't have it in my life. I'm really upset right now. I'm really sad. I'm really hurt. She did not use her vehicle to try to hit him.
No, she did not. Where are you getting that information from?
There is a video out that has been, in my opinion, the video that is out has been tampered with. That woman was not trying to run that man over. Exactly, Jane. So I'm going to say this. Okay, here. I'm going to go a little bit deeper with it. Let me get my toddy. Shannon, Miss Toddy is not helping me. All right, you sound like my brother right now, Jim. She did not try to run him over. She asked him to move. She asked him to move so she could leave. Because they've been telling her she needed to leave.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, Janet. I don't think I can.
If you look at the video, her wheels are spinning because he's got his hands on it. And her wheels are turned in the opposite direction. I have said the exact same thing, Jane. I have said the exact same thing. All right, so a little bit background history on me. I've told it a little bit in the past before. And I just mentioned it a little bit here now, where if I was racially profiled, a lot of people would think I had Hispanic ancestry or something like that, or might even think I'm a mixed woman. And I have been called every name in the book that you could imagine all my life as an adult woman. All my life. A gorilla, an ape, a wetback, the N-word, everything that you could imagine has been said to me. And that all stems from racial profiling. And I was saying something to a family member today. And I told him, I said, you sit here and you talk about, well, she didn't do this and she didn't do that and she shouldn't have been there and blah, blah, blah. And she was looking for trouble and on and on and on and on, right? I said, you would be the same people back in the civil rights era that would be sitting there saying black people deserve to be lynched because they didn't listen to orders, because they were causing civil unrest. You'd be the same damn people during slavery when they were trying to become free people, like my name, Free Man. I am a free man. Same people that would sit back and be like, they just need to be lynched from a tree. They're not following orders. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of it. Just because there's a uniform doesn't always make them right. And it doesn't give them just cause to go around murdering people either. Yeah, that's what I've heard. But I look like total garbage and I got a fever. But going back to Jen's question, if someone tries to run you over, no, I wouldn't be in a situation where someone was trying to run me over to begin with. I wouldn't be being that kind of a person to be getting run over. Now, I think it's sad that families are being torn apart because of what we're living in. I think that we need a lot of prayer in this country. And if you think it's bad now, it's going to get worse.
Far worse than what it is.
It's going to get worse. There's no question about it. It's going to get worse. And you gotta hold steadfast to your faith and what is right and wrong. What is right and wrong? What balances out here? She did not do what led to what happened. She did not create a crime heavy enough to warrant the death penalty. She did not. I don't care. She did not. And see, that's what's bothering me about people, Jen. Like, I can't tolerate that. Saying you don't care what was in her car, her actions, she was not a bad, I'm going to say it again. She was not a bad person. She was a good, God fearing woman. She was a good person who was very caring in her community, who took care of her elderly neighbors. She was a good mother. She dedicated her life to her children, and now they have no mother. I am sick of people sweeping that under the rug and acting like it's insignificant. There is a loss of life here. There is a loss of human life here. I just can't tolerate that. I mean, I can't, that's getting under my skin. I know, Grandma Teresa. But that's just getting under my skin. I am a Christian woman, and I am a mother, and I am a wife, and I consider myself to be a very good person. I would give people the shirt off my back if I could.
I give people money if they needed it.
I'm not perfect. I'm not ever going to say I'm perfect, because I'm definitely not. But to demean the loss of life and to keep ignoring it, that's just wrong. That is wrong. And what I see these people doing to people, what I see these scumbags doing to people in our country is wrong. It's wrong. Anybody who is a Christian, you can't just say you're a Christian. You got to believe those values. You got to hold on to those values and really believe in them. What is so wrong? I understand that people shouldn't come here illegally. I understand that. But sometimes their situation is so dire, they don't see any other way. And if they come here and they're living a decent life and they're living a productive life, what the hell is your problem with them? You think they deserve to be torn away from their families that might already be legal and they've been waiting to become legal? There are so many people in this country that are so full of bigotry and hate and racism and animosity. And I'm going to tell you something. The true colors of a person come out when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. Because you'll find out true character.
Yeah.
You really will. Hey, Shikshayog. I hope I said that right. Shikshayog, how are you? Yeah, they're in there for that. Well, I mean, I thought they were at first, but then I found out about the scandal, the welfare scandal, the school thing.
I'll be right back. I had to go to the bathroom.
I'm not going to stay live much longer, Spongy.
Oh, well, I still had to go to the bathroom.
I know, Juliet, and some people just don't know how to do that. And like I said at the beginning of my conversation, or the beginning of my live, I've been called stupid, dumb, just everything. Just I'm not going to get into all that. I know. A hoax video. Have a great day. Thank you for stopping by. But my mom and dad are gone. My grandma and grandpa are gone. It's only basically me and my brother and his kids. They're all grown. And then me and my family. And I'm just not going to I'm not going to allow, I'm not going to tolerate myself to be put down constantly. If they can't respect my beliefs, I just can't do that. I can't do it because it's wrong. It's really wrong. But anyway, y'all, I think more and more, I know there's going to be more and more of this come out on the mainstream, but I don't really pay much attention to what mainstream says because either side is biased and fabricated. Both sides are. I don't do that. You have to find out for yourself. All right. I'm gonna be ending it anyway, Jane. Thank you so much for being here. But my next live is gonna be going on. I don't know if I'll do it later. I might. But it's gonna be discussing what's gonna be happening on my channel. All right, Teresa B. I hope you're feeling better and breathing better. Yeah. I mean, it's really ripped families apart. It really has. It really has. And I just, I don't see anything good right now. I wish I could say that there is going to be. But I just don't.
I gotta get off of here. I gotta go to the bathroom real bad.
I know, I do too. All right, y'all. And I'm going to start coughing again. Thank you so much for being here and taking your time to be here to listen just a little bit. I don't know how I'll do my letting y'all know how my channel's going to go, but I do need to put up a new schedule for the new year. I know I need to do that. So I probably will do a live updating things and all that kind of stuff. Here real soon, y'all. Real soon. I'll probably do a post and let you know when I'm going to do my next live. All right, y'all. Everybody take care.
I'm gonna probably call either Janet or Shannon. I don't know. In a minute.
Love you, Janet. Love you, Grandma Teresa.
Love you guys.
Shannon.
Bye, y'all.
Everybody have a great evening.
Bye, Grandma.